Hello YouTube! So today's video is going to be about the dark web. I've entitled it Understanding the Hidden Internet, as it's kind of a beginner's guide into what the dark web is, who uses it, and why it exists. So let's get started. What is the dark web? In summary, the dark web is a collection of websites that are not indexed or accessible using standard browsers and search engines. The dark web is the internet's equivalent to a hidden underground society in the shadows and used for a variety of different reasons. So, the surface web, the deep web, and the dark web. What's the difference between them and why you should never get them confused? So, here's a visual representation of the internet, almost as an iceberg. You may have seen this before, you may not have. So on the top of the iceberg, sticking above the water, we have the surface web, which is used for all your everyday websites, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, BBC News, CNN, everything you access on a day-to-day web basis using a standard traditional web browser. Below that, just below the surface of the water, you have the deep web, which is often confused with the dark web, but the two are very, very dissimilar. So the deep web is secure parts of the internet that require you to log into view, e.g. online banking, customer portals, anything that requires you to log in to view additional information about on that site. And then you have the dark web, which resides right at the bottom of the iceberg, and that is websites that require special software to access and are not indexed or accessible via your use of standard web browsers such as Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, God forbid Internet Explorer, or Microsoft Edge. Right. Question that often pops up, is the dark web illegal? The short answer to the question is no, it's not illegal. The dark web itself is just a collection of websites that are hosted on a network of relays/servers with an aim of providing an uncensored location for communication. However, some of the sites on the dark web are illegal, and visiting them could land you in trouble with the police. So, the bad sides to the dark web. The dark web allows for criminal organisations to communicate and operate in secrecy. These criminal organisations utilise the dark web to sell a variety of different products and services, including but not limited to drugs, guns, other people, advertise hitman services, sell stolen credit cards, and compromised account details. Then you have the good side of the dark web. The dark web allows for individuals living under oppression to escape censorship and risk of punishment for voicing their opinions. The dark web also provides an uncensored and anonymous network for individuals to collaborate or browse their favourite sites without being tracked by large corporations and governments. The way that the dark web is designed is that it doesn't provide a way for people to track you back to your home location, unless you're an absolute idiot, really. So it allows for a lot of it allows people living under oppressive regimes. So if your country was owned by a dictator and bad mouthing that dictator would land you in prison or you would face the death penalty. The dark web is a place that those individuals can turn to actually voice their opinion. Likewise, they can also access some standard websites that may be blocked or censored in their current country. Why do people use the dark web? So, most commonly it's used for sharing of private information. This is often used by journalists, whistleblowers as well, so Edward Snowden, etc. It's also used for illegal activities, drug trafficking, selling stolen credentials, and it's also used for political protest, speaking out against a dictator, as I've just mentioned, and circumventing censorship. How do you access the dark web? Well, to access the dark web, you will need a special piece of software that will connect you to the hidden network where the dark web resides. The most popular program to do this is Tor, otherwise known as the Onion Router. And that's the logo for Tor, in case you've ever seen it before. You'll know what I'm on about. So what is Tor? Tor is a free and open source software for enabling anonymous communication. The name is derived from an acronym of the original software project name, the Onion Router. Tor directs internet traffic through a free, worldwide volunteer overlay network consisting of more than 7,000 relays to conceal a user's location and usage from anyone conducting network surveillance or traffic analysis. Using Tor makes it more difficult to trace internet activity to the user. This includes visits to websites, online posts, instant messaging, and other communication forms. Tor's intended use is to protect the personal privacy of its users, as well as their freedom and ability to conduct confidential communications by keeping their internet activities unmonitored. That was pulled directly from Wikipedia, but to sum those two paragraphs up, Tor allows you to communicate anonymously on the internet without giving away your current location, and it also allows you to circumvent certain censorships and things set in place by governments regarding certain websites. So how does Tor work? So to start with, on Tor you have a series of relays or servers. As mentioned in the previous slides, there is around 7,000 of these. So when you boot up the Tor browser from your home PC, it will bounce you off of these individual relays each time, giving you a new IP address in a new location, most likely a different country. And then once you finally bounce off the last relay, which is considered your exit node, it will connect you to your destination website. Now, some things to note here. Usually Tor connects you to around 6 relays, hence the 6 on this image. You can only ever be tracked from the relay you've connected to and the one before that. So, for instance, if we was on this relay down here, you could only ever be tracked back to the one you've connected from and the one you're connecting to. From the exit node, changes, you can only be tracked back to the exit node and the one that previously connected to. The reason being is usually the ones behind that tend to change as you're browsing the internet, and you don't always stay connected to the same set of 6 relays. So, identifying a dark web website. What makes a dark web website a dark web website? Well, dark web websites end with .onion instead of .com, .co.uk, .org, all your usual top-level domains. An example of a dark web website is Facebook, or www.i.onion. So that URL is a genuine version of facebook.com, but it's only accessible on the Tor network. The reason being is it will give individuals in countries that do not allow access to Facebook over the Tor network. So any website you browse on the Tor while connected to Tor or on the dark web, you'll know it's a dark web website if it's got .onion at the end of it. If it hasn't got .onion, you'll be able to access the website normally over a normal browser, such as your Google Chromes, your Mozilla Firefox, etc. But yeah, this is just a real quick brief video on what the dark web is, how it works, what the difference between the surface web, the deep web, and the dark web are. I hope it's helped clear up a few of your questions and any queries you've got. And I'll be posting some more videos on how to actually use Tor, how to download Tor, how to use Tor, how to find websites on the dark web and things in the next couple of weeks to come. So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.